Hello fellow Sudokans, welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle. It's Thursday the 19th of June 2025. It's got to be a quick one because I've got to start work in a minute, so I will not be trying to look for any notation free solution of more than 2 minutes, let's say maximum. I think is all I can give myself. What is going on in the news? The Advertising Standards Authority in the UK have announced that I've done a survey rather that they've of older people, how older people are portrayed in advertising, and many people have found it offensive. I noticed that the people that they surveyed were not necessarily older people. They surveyed younger, mixed age groups of people to decide whether it was offensive or not. Should you not be offended? I wonder if you should be offended if something is not targeted at you. I don't know about that. But this constantly being offended seems like an odd thing to me. I don't know. Sometimes we place too much emphasis on being offended. Sometimes we have to be offended, right? To wake us up out of things. I'm not suggesting that we want vile hate speech or anything like that. I think that should always be protected against. People need safety against fascism, as we're seeing right now in certain parts of the world. But on the other hand, simply being offended is not always that terrible, I think. I don't know. Let's get on with the game of Sudoku, because as I said, I don't really have much time to chat or think too much about what's going on right now, because I am playing Sudoku with you right now. We've got a pair of twos up there. What else is going on? What do we know about the ones? Ones are down there. Twos I just did. Threes. 4 across here, across there. There's a 4. 5 like this. 5's down here. Is that a pair of 6 and 7? Looks like it. Pair of 6 and 7 up there. So 6 and 7 into those squares there. It means we've got 1 and 4 across here. So we've got 1 and 4 in those squares there. This is 6 and 7. So this has to be 3 and 9. And no help whatsoever. How nasty. Let's just look at that 3, and since I've discovered that, let me have a quick look and see if that means anything much. Not sure about that. And the 9. Oh god, we're missing a 9. Oh, that's all I need. Okay, well, we know we've got 9s in those squares. Seems we are lacking a digit 9 to begin with on the board. But we do know that those 2 squares are 9s. Okay, what was I doing? 6 and 6 is where I think I got to. Just wandering through, counting through the numbers. We've also got a pair of 7s there. And there. Okay, so we've got 7. 7 in... Let's see, look, we've got 7s in those squares and those squares, which means 7s have to be here, right? And we've got 7 blocking there and there, so 7s are there. So that means that only those 2 squares could contain 7. 7 blocks there. That has to be a 7. 8 across here and up there, there's an 8. Pair of 8s there. Okay, so we've got 8 blocking this square, 8 blocking this square, 8 blocking that square. There's an 8. Still, of course, no 9s. Let's go back to 1s, see if we get any further help. Now we've got 1s up there. As I said before, 1s. This was 1 and 4, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure I said 1 and 4 there. Okay. No change on the 2s. We've got 2s like this. Okay, let's have a quick look around before I head on to the pencil marks, which, as I said, I will not be delaying today. Okay, we've got 3 and 4 blocking this square. That means 3 and 4 are in those squares, and the last number for this row must be 9, of course. There's our first 9. Okay, so now we've got 1 and 9 over here. We've got 1s there, we've got 9s somewhere there. Of course, we've got 1 and 9 here, like this. What did I say? 3 and 4 in those squares. Okay, I'm going to come back and... So I said this was 6 and 7. I haven't investigated these squares. So we've got 6 and 7 in those squares, as I said before. You can see the 6 and 7 like that. So these squares are not 6 or 7. They must be 1, 3, 9. Any help on 1, 3, or 9? No. Not much. Okay, now we had 1 and 4 up here. Again, any help on 1s? Like that. No, and this was... So this was 6, 7, this was 1, 4, this was 3 and 9, wasn't it? So, do we know any more about the 3s like that? Or the 9s? No, we have 3, 9 here. We have 3, 9 blocking across there. So we do know 3 and 9 are in those squares, but we need another one to help us out there. Alright. Alright, it's going to take me too long to do that, so let's just put in the pencil marks and finish the game, because as I say, no time today. Just putting any pairs in. Oh, I put 5 and 7 there by mistake. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be 6 and 7. I hit the wrong key. My apologies. If you're about to write a comment, don't worry. I've spotted it. We've got 7 blocking this square and this square here, so we've got a pair of 7s there as well. And there, look, a pair of 2 and 7. That's what I missed. Pair of 2 and 7 up here. Let's concentrate on this block here. Alright, what do we know about the 3s in this block? Anything? Yes, we've got 3 blocking across there. We've also got 9 blocking across there. What else do we know? 5 and 8. Come on, come on. 5 and 8. No, alright, okay, let's just finish off the pairs first and then we'll get onto that in a minute. Pair of 1 and 8 down here. Ooh, it looks like I'm missing a lot of things. When I'm trying to rush, I dislike trying to rush, I must admit. I would never play competitive Sudoku or anything because I'd be a disaster. When I try to go faster, I always end up going slower, I think. Alright, let's see. This block down here then, what's missing? 5. We've got 5 blocking down here, so that's a pair of 5s. Which means that's a pair of 5s up there. So now we've got a pair of 2 and 5 up there. Okay, oh, it's quite nice after all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks across here. So we get a pair of 6s in those squares. So 6 blocks across here, and down there means that is a 6 that we can place. We've got a pair of... No, we don't have a pair of 1 and 9 there. We've got a pair of 6s there now. We've got 6 across here, and that is a pair of 2 and 5, so 6s have to be in those squares, which means this is the only chance in this column for a 6 now. So that has to be the 7, that has to be the 3. And 3 then will be a pair like that. So the last number to get down here is a 9. That's not going to help a lot just yet. Let's see what else we can do. We've got this 2, 7 here, so what's missing from here? 2, 7, so looking for 1, 3, 9, I guess, because I can see the 1, 9 there, so that's 1, 3 and 9. Can we? Not really sure. Let's put the 9 in here, assuming the pairs are done now, and if not we'll find them in a minute. Anyway, 2 and 5 here. 2, 5 here, 1, 8 there, so that has to be a 7. There we go. Let's get rid of the candidate 7 there. And let's see if we've got everything here. 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're looking for 9. 9 blocks up there. So we just put the 9 in these squares there. Let's see if that's enough to get anything. 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 5, 6, 9. Okay. Alright, on this side we've got our 2 and 7 here. Let's see what else we can get. 1, 2, 3. What do we know about the 3s? 3 blocks across here, so we get 3s in those squares. 4, 5 blocks across here, so 5 there. 6, 7, 8 we've got already, and 9 blocks across here. So we get 9s in those squares there. Down here, what's missing? 3 and 4, isn't it? So do we know anything about 3? No. Do we know anything about the 4? Yeah, 4 blocks that square there. Okay, and 3 blocking across here, puts 3 into those squares. And also means that this must be a 3 now. So we've got 3 blocking this square, and we've got 2, 7 up there. We've got 3 blocking this square, so that has to be a 3. Oops, wrong mode selected. And we can get rid of those former candidates 3, and this is going to be a 1-9 pair now. But anyway, let's come back to this 4 blocking across here, so we get 4s in those squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We're done, so that must be a 9. And that means we can put our 1 in here and our 6 in there. And 9 means that we can remove the 9s from there. Get rid of that 6, of course. And we've got pointing 6s here, so this has to be a 6. And that's our 7. There's our 7, there's our 2. And that's the 2, that's the 5. That's the 5 there, we'll get rid of the 5s there. And 5 blocking down and down there, so that's a pair of 5s in those squares. How are we doing on time? Yep, we're alright. This has to be a 9 to finish this column. And 9 blocks across there, there's our 9, so this will be a 9 here, that's a 6, that's a 5. That has to be a 5. This is 2 or 1, and we've got 1 blocking down here, so there's the 1, there's the 2, that's the 2. That can't be a 2, we're left with 3 or 4. We've got a pair of 3 and 4 here now, so that must be our 8. Meaning this can't be an 8. Also meaning that we need an 8 in this square to finish the block. And 8's across there means that's an 8, that's a 1. Pair of 1s to go there. We are almost done now. 3, 4, 3, 4, that's okay. Let's just, 2, 5, 7 and 8 are done. Let's click on the numbers and see if we can just see what we need like that. 1, we need 3. How are we doing on 3? Where's the digit 3 to click on? There it is. Okay, 4. 6. There we go, 6 blocking up there. There's our 6. That has to be a 9. This has to be the 3. No 3s there. 3 there. 4, 9. 4, 3, 3 there. No 3s there. 3 there. 9 there. 9 in that square. 1, 4, 4 up there, 1 in that square there, 1 there, 3 there. That's our game. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you maybe when I finish work today. Take care. Bye bye.